Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Torment, Tides of Numenera. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today, because we're interrogating these guys over here. Last episode, we interrogated Mallet, and we also interrogated Imbitu over there, I think. And I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I'm gonna need to go back to him, because we're trying to figure out who was the murderer of, what was his name? Some guy, basically, in the underbelly. So let's go around the clock, basically, and, well, actually, contrary to its normal direction, but let's go and ask Kiyatawa what she has to say about this whole ordeal. She doesn't spare words on you this time. She merely nods, her wary gaze cataloging the position of everyone in the room. Imbitu says I can ask you about the murder of Folsom's protege. Huh, yeah? She says, looking over at the old man. He nods. Good. I have to say, I'm not surprised the murderer's trail led you in here. What do you want to know? Well, actually, that's a good point. The murderer could be one of these dead guys. Well, look, you see how that looks kind of bony over there? That's because it's probably just bones by now. So, Mallet says that he... Let's not go with that. Let's not lead with that. Do you have any idea who the murderer is?
Making a note.
Nope, she says, resting her hands on her hips. But I've seen what they left behind of Folsom's boy. A mess, blood on the walls and floor, no body. And she flicks a strand of hair out of her eyes. That's the kind of death you see when someone's sending a warning or holding a grudge. I saw it all the time before I came here. The circle's not a warning, she says. It's a sign. Or she thinks it's a sign. Why would she be lying? So, why do you think someone killed Folsom's protege? Okay, the game is just loading. Why? She says with something approaching a grin. Why? This is someone Folsom cared about. He has a lot of enemies. Why do you think? Do you know anything about the Endless Gate? Nope, never heard of them. Okay, so I'm thinking that she might actually be... I mean, she thought something different from what she told me. She is quite straightforward about not knowing the Endless Gate, which might be true, but, Are you sure you've never heard of the Children of the Endless Gate before? She shakes her head, looking confused. Okay, I want to know your opinion on the other Danger Ohur, because that's actually, I think, something that might lead us somewhere. Ha! She says. Alright, don't expect me to hold back. Okay, what are your opinions on Imbitu? He's lived too long, she says. Maybe the Dandro Ohur were something once, but he's just looking for his next meal now, and the rest of them are following his example. Really? How do you feel about Mallet over there? He likes hurting people. More than that, he's proud of it, and she runs an angry hand through her hair and lowers her voice. I'm not sure, but I think he's been killing rivals from his old life, and eating them. I know he killed, she thinks. He probably ate too. Why wouldn't he? Well, actually... There's a few reasons why he wouldn't, but if she can't see them, I probably wouldn't be able to see them either. I mean, I'm thinking maybe he wouldn't like to, he wouldn't want to eat them because, you know, he absorbs part of them as he kills them. I don't know. What do you think of Gzei? She used to be worse than she is, says Kiyatawa. If you haven't talked to her yet, you'll see what I mean. And she glances at the mutant uneasily. Maybe all those corpses she's eating on her own are bringing sagas into her head. Civilizing her, maybe. But that just means she's a predator who knows the mind of her prey. She's a monster, she thinks. Suddenly she's murdered her to eat. Why wouldn't she? Again, why wouldn't she? Okay, so I don't really know what to think about that. Let's go back to these questions and let's see. Mallet says he caught you eating a corpse on your own. Yeah? Maybe Mallet should mind his own business, she says, shooting an angry look at the hulking cultist. Sure, it's true. I don't like being down here more than I have to, alright? I barely even sleep anymore. Keep getting the feeling that they're waiting for me to die, wondering what I'd taste like.
Making a note.
Not too long ago, she says, I found a corpse in an alley near Circus Minor, and I didn't see why I shouldn't share it with this lot, or why I should share it with this lot, and she drags her fingers through her hair. That's it. No secret, no scandal, and since Mallet thinks he can share my hunting with strangers, maybe we should ask him how many corpses he's found on his own, or if they were actually dead before he found them. Mallet's killed and eaten. Oh yeah, he definitely has done that. He kept saying like stuff like we've all eaten on our own and stuff like that. Mallet has killed and eaten, she thinks. I'm sure of it. Probably they all do. They probably all do, actually. Could they all be somehow related without knowing? Related to the murder without knowing? Okay, I'm done asking about that. Good, she says. Okay, farewell. And she nods. Hey, man, I've heard some good things. Let's see if I can ask you something. Let's talk about your eating habits again. Kiyatawa says you've been killing people instead of waiting for them to die.
I'll remember that.
People? She said that. He shoots a dark look at Kiyatawa. Yeah, alright, but not people, he says, stretching his thick neck. It was just the one. Someone, yeah, I ain't gonna give you a name, who stole something from me once. And the fact that you ain't here asking about him means no one misses him. Well, you sound like a man with a lot of grudges. Sure you didn't decide to settle some with Folsom? You must think I'm an idiot. Sometimes grudges pay off, right? Maybe you feel good right in your gut, he slaps his belly. But no one ever gets the better of Folsom. Even if I killed every one of his proteges, and I'm not saying I killed even one, the man would have skinned me and hung me before I dropped my club. Settle grudges? He thinks. Sure. Settle grudges with Folsom? Never. Okay, so I don't think he's lying. I wouldn't think that he would be lying in his thoughts, so... And besides, I don't think he would be lying anyway, because I didn't get that feeling from him before. Okay, farewell. Yeah, see you later. Okay, what about Gzay? We welcome you back, Tenderling. Tenderling, yeah. That's the creepy lady that tells me Tenderling and wanted to eat me and actually hurt me. Was that it? She didn't remember things. Yeah, like she was gonna scratch my head or something and I just fled or avoided that. You don't want to tell me about the Dendro-Ohur? Oh, that's right, she didn't. She didn't want to say much. So, Imbitu says I can ask you about the murder of Folsom's protege. Her small eyes glow with humor, but flicker first to the leader of the Dendro-Ohur. He nods. Ask your questions, Tenderling, she says, stroking the back of her hand with her claw. Even this gentle motion draws blood. Murder? How can it be murder with no body? Oh. It's that simple, huh? She knows something. I don't think she's... Well, it's kind of simple if it is her. Hopefully it isn't. But yeah, anyway, what do you know about the murder? Oh, Tenderling, she chuckles delighted. You used the word wrong over and over. There is no murder if there is no body. This was, and she uses a word you do not recognize, a gruesome combination of clicking teeth and growling consonants. And so nothing was lost. Okay, so the reason why I say that this is, the fact that she thinks this, and she actually says it outright, how does she know there's no body? Did the word travel already?
Making a note.
Maybe it did. We do not know who is responsible, she says, scratching her cheek. Blood spills unheeded from the wound. Kiyatawa and Mallet sneak about during the night. They swallow their secrets. They are Dendro-Ohur to serve their power and hunger, not to honor the dead. Not for, and she uses the word again, snapping her jagged teeth with great satisfaction. They are not capable of such kindness. Again. Why is he so interested in a soul that was not lost? She thinks. Very strange. This doesn't bode well. What is that word you used to describe murder? That clicking, growling word. Word? She says, blinking. Oh yes, your language does not have the word, so we use our own. And she clicks her teeth together thoughtfully, then answers. We know of murder, of course. To leave a body to rot is to say that the soul inside is not worth keeping. This we punish. This decision is not for anyone to make. The word we speak of is the opposite. On my world, when one of us dies or is killed, we eat their flesh and take their souls into our body. We feel the light of them reach our corners. Okay, so she is definitely not human, and they are definitely not all of the same race, because she says, on my world, not our world. I said on our world by mistake. She says on my world. So, yeah, she's definitely of a different race. Even if she's a mutant, she's still from a different world, so I'm not really sure what to think of the Dendro-Ohur. So if they're not all the same race, how did they get this ability to, well, I guess mysticism and all sorts of training and terrible things. In this world, I mean, it's the ties of Numenera, right? Who knows? Who knows? She raises a claw, smiling. They become we. You understand? Well, she means... I see. So she ate the body, but the body was already dead. You only think it's a murder if the murder doesn't eat the entire body. That's what you're saying, right? Yes, she says, clapping her hands together with delight. You understand. This murder is no murder. She pronounces the word with obvious scorn. We know the details. A skinned hand in blood circles on the wall, she says, making a sking noise. Tenderlings play with their food. Perhaps your murderer is young. They do not know they... Oh, wait a minute, but if she ate the body... I'm assuming a lot of things right now, but if she ate the body, maybe she's gonna be able to tell me his last memories or something. Let's see where this goes. Tenderlings play with their food, she says. Perhaps your murderer is young. They do not know they should finish the hands, strip the memories of hard work from the tendons, crunch the bones, slurp the blood from the floor. And she shakes her head fondly. Tenderlings. Perhaps this tenderling thinks that what I do is murder. He is wrong, she thinks. So... You don't... Okay, maybe I'm jumping to conclusions over here. You don't think Kiwatawa or Mallet killed anyone? We never said that, she says, playfully biting her tongue. They kill, but they do not honor. They do not honor? They do not understand who they are. Do you know about a group called the Children of the Endless Gate? We know it, she says, frowning, but we are not sure how. She drums her claws against her chin, drawing pinpricks of blood. Yes, bloody circles left on the sides of junkyard dwellings outside of the bloom. In shadows, beware the endless gates, little woman, the people of the community say. It still makes us laugh. Such sweetness. Okay, so I'm not really sure where this went. Murder, that word. Okay, so... What about you, Devourer of Wrongs? Do you know anything? Apparently I can. Look at that. The towering figure appears to be staring into a pocket of shadow in the corner of the chapel. It does not acknowledge your arrival in any way. So, Imitro says I can ask you about the murder of Folsom's protege, Whittle. Good. So his name is Whittle. Okay. Because I didn't connect those two before. We have heard of this word before, but yeah. Good, it rumbles at once, as though it had been waiting for the news. I would have the murderer caught, and caught quickly. It angers me that all this transpired while I was attending to Riz. Despite the statement, the creature's voice is as placid and as subterranean as a subterranean pound. I assume you are here because one of the Dendro Ahur is suspected of being the murderer. I will tell you what I know. I have known Imbitu through many minds. He is subtle, clever, and untrustworthy. He is also no murderer. It casually clenches a gloved fist that cleaves the other three. They are all capable of the crime. Mallet is ambitious and desires revenge. Kiwitawa sneaks, plots, and keeps secrets. Gazay is not human and does not define murder as we do. The creature's fist falls to its side once more. Talk to them. Search for holes in their stories. Those will lead you to the truth. So which of the Dendro Ahur do you think is responsible for the murder of Folsom's protege? Mallet, Gazay, or Kiwitawa could be the murderer. Question them, and look for falsehoods. These will lead you to the truth. Okay, so... I guess? I think it's Gazay, but not in the sense that she wanted to... I'm not really sure. Let's have a chat with Imbitu and see. Let's see. I have some questions about the Dendro Ahur, the trouble going in, the underbelly. Yeah, I think I know who the murderer is. So I'm just gonna save the game here before I screw something terribly in, just in case. So let's go with this. And I've spoken with all of them. And yeah, I've spoken to all of you, and I think I know who the murderer is. Ah, he says, looking uncomfortable. Good. Were this decades ago, I would handle the investigation myself. But I am perhaps a little past my prime. He drops his voice to a whisper. His breath is sour, and a wild light dances in the deep places of his eyes. Bring your suspicions to Folsom. He will take the correct actions. He always does. So, I don't think he's the one. Kiwitawa... it doesn't all make complete sense. The fact that she doesn't say who it is. What's your opinion of Imbitu? Hell was hungry, just skinny legs. I don't think he's stopped. He's used to kill people, I don't think he's stopped. Yeah, and Gazay. She's a cannibal from the world of cannibals, and no matter how friendly she might seem, she's been alive for a long time. That's about it. So, I'm not really sure... Could it be her? Could it be Kiyatawa. I don't know. I don't really know. I wonder if my character is gonna have some insight, or if I'm just gonna have to decide which one it is, because I think none of them were the ones. But the game seems to be pointing in the direction where one of them has to have been the one, so I'm not really sure. Let's just go back over here and have a chat with the guy. Where is he? Oh, this is a dead end. Let's go this way. Go that way. There it is. Yeah, with Folsom. Always keep forgetting his name. And see what he has to say about our verdict, basically. I'm not really sure how, you know, verdict comes from the truth. Vera, I think. Vera? Is it Vera? That means truth in Latin? Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure how truthful it is gonna be, but, so, Impetus says he was with you when, the first murder occurred. Is this true? Yes, Folsom says. He does not elaborate. Oh yeah, what were you doing? I've discovered that the Children of the Endless Gate may be involved with Whittle's murder. Oh, Whittle was not the... Oh, Whittle was the guy that died. Okay, so not the Devourer of Wrongs. Interesting. Impetu told me the group had been crushed long ago. I would count it a favor if you continued your investigation. Speak with Impetu and his acolytes. Tell me if you believe one of them is responsible. Impetu called the sect an infection once, he thinks. Perhaps they have relapsed. Do you have any insights? No, not really. Okay, so we don't really know for sure. But I am gonna bet that it is Gazay. No, it can't be. It's gotta be Kiwatawa. It can't be Gazay. Now I'm thinking it can't be Gazay because I really need to settle it's gotta be one of these, right? It's gotta be one of these. And if, I mean, I'm assuming it's gotta be one of these. And if that's the case, then Kiwitawa is the only one that's kind of a little bit shaky. Because Gazai is not the one. He might have, from what I understood, he might have eaten the body after he was murdered. But I don't think that's what it was. I think the murderer actually ate the body. So let's just go with Kiwitawa. I think that's the one. Now let's see what happens.
Making a note.
Interesting, he says. A quiet woman. Somewhat fragile. I have sensed instability in her, but not the aptitude for violence. I'll be interested to learn what my people can extract from her. He signals to his bodyguards. They slip from his side and flit towards the Dendro Chapel at a flat run. Are we going there? Yeah, we are. Okay, let's see if I made a right decision here. Or something's going on right now. Wait a minute. Sometime later, the bodyguards race back to Folsom's side. One of them whispers in his ear and he nods. Kiwitawa was already gone, he says. She must have suspected you were close to proving her guilt. At least she has fled, and I doubt she'll return. He growls deep in his throat. If you ever see her again, feel free to do the same thing to her that she did to my people. No, I'm actually not gonna eat her, but yeah. He gestures to one of his bodyguards, and she hastens to forward with your reward. Folsom looks away. Farewell, Godling. What did I get? Well, experience, level ups, that's amazing. But I was right. I'm glad that I was. It just didn't make sense, you know? I mean, it didn't completely make sense, the Gazay story, because let's get out of here, because it's a little bit noisy. You know what I mean? Just didn't completely make sense. So, hers was the only story that really didn't provide any proof that it was real. It didn't provide any proof that it was wrong, but that's what I mean. It's the other ones made sense. Hers didn't necessarily. So I'm gonna save here. Let's level up.
Forward.
Forward indeed, and upwards. Increase stat pool. Where am I gonna go with you? I could, let's see. So I can increase the edge, which is nice. That's gonna bring up, that's actually gonna be good if I just focus on intellect actions. Having 2 edge right there is pretty good. Let's go and increase edge right there on intellect. Can I select that? Yeah, I can. Okay. So go with that for right now, and our might is pretty good, but we never use it. So yeah, intellect right there. 2 edge, pretty good stuff. As for you, there it is. Okay, so what are you gonna do? Well, I'm probably gonna need some edge on you as well. He's got some light melee attacks. He's got quick fingers, which is I can't really tell if it is speed. I suppose it is. Persuasion is not, and deception is not. It's all intellect. And initiative. Well, the thing is, in combat, he's pretty good, I suppose. But he needs a little bit of edge to bring that up a little bit. So let's bring that edge up on his speed. There it is. Pretty good. And that's his level up done. As for you, you could use a little bit of edge on that. That's true. Or I could bring up your skill a little bit. That might be good as well. Let me see what his weapon is at this moment in time. Just plus 1 damage, extra damage per maximum effort. So I'd rather not. I think I'd rather go with just a skill. Oh, I can only go with a skill. So smashing, what's that for? Plus 15% bonus per level on difficult tasks marked with this skill. In ability, confers minus 15% penalty. So that's not... It doesn't really have too many skills. But that's not something I am going to go with. Running, what's that for? Bonus to movement distance on each crisis turn. Oh, I see. And I got endurance over here. Plus 5 health per level. Increases inability decreases health by 2. So I can't really bring up his... Oh, that's kind of weird. Why can't I bring up his combat skills? Healing. Has he got healing? Oh, okay. So smashing is... Does anybody else have smashing? You do have smashing. So I think he's probably going to be a little bit better at smashing than you are. So let's focus on that. And yeah. Ooh. Elbow grease, plus 5% bonus gained from each level of effort spent on smashing or quick fingers tasks. That's not really what I need because it's already pretty good at that. So yeah, let's see what happens here. Kinetic overdrive, plus 3 to might pool. Oh, that's a... That's so unbalanced. Wait a minute. What? Iridius is stronger and faster than the others. Than any heroes, really. After all, he's the greatest hero who ever lived. Yeah, that thing is so powerful. That thing is so powerful. How is it even... How does it even compare? Let's go with that. That's so amazing. Oh, we have more, man. Oh, yeah, because we're reaching level 2 or tier 2. Okay, so I choose one ability. We got Hook. That could actually be good. What is this one? Fell Swoop. 2 speed that it uses, I think. Attack an arc in front of you, dealing weapon damage to all enemies who fail to evade. So defended by evasion and consumes 1 action. This is pretty decent, and I'm gonna go with that. Ooh, just getting a bunch of stuff. I'm not really sure why, but I am. Sure. Okay, so melee weapons would be good, just in general, and then probably focus on one of these later if I can specialize or something. So let's just go with that. And man, he's just all of a sudden become a fantastic fighter. Just absolutely amazing fighter. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, and we completed a mission as well. Let's look at what we have to do next. I haven't done this yet. I mean, how many episodes? 34? This is the 34th episode, and I still haven't properly looked at my quest journal and done the things that it tells me to do. I need to return to Zaofi. That's a good idea. Let's also say hi to Crooked Geek and Pico. Is that his name? Pico. I don't know if U is red there. It could be. Pico over there. I'm gonna go with Pico because it sounds a little bit cutesy. So let's go with that. Something seems different about the boy since you last talked to him in Cliff's Edge. And yeah, just he's Oh, wait a minute. I'm saying different things now. Or did I just talk to Crooked Geek before? So how are you settling in? Well, I'm not, he says. We're only going to stay here as long as it takes to convince Geek that we shouldn't. Life is just better about everywhere else in this town. But no, she says that if she leaves, our tribe is truly dead. Instead of, you know, actually dead. Murdered, in some cases. You wouldn't know if it by talking to her, but that girl is as stubborn as dried leather. It's a good thing I'm here for her, he thinks. Well, any luck convincing her to leave yet? Ah, none. She's the most stubborn woman I've ever met. Okay, well, I'll see you later then. Take care of yourself. Let's see if I can convince her. I mean, could be. You said everyone in your tribe is dead? Still no fish, she says. There's always tomorrow. Yes, there's always tomorrow. Not everyone, she says with a brave little smile. I'm here, and so is Pico, thanks to you. Some of us just left for better places. I bet they're doing really well. Pico shakes his head, but does not contradict her. I'm sure they're not, he thinks, but thinking so makes her happy. Okay, I can't really do anything then. I can't really tell her about the things that I wanted to tell her about how beautiful the world outside is. It is really beautiful. I think they would... I think they would be... well off if they just, you know, scavenged a little bit and just sold their stuff and lived like that. Maybe the reefs. That's a beautiful place. Hey, Manthpa, don't you scare me. This guy told me that she died, so I'm not really sure. She might be gone. I mean, I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. So let's go out here. Let's have a chat with Zephyr, whatever his name is. The guy that sculpts the Sorrow and tell him rather, about the woman that, or was it a guy? I don't remember. It was a guy that got killed by the Sorrow, and he wanted to know his motivations. And I don't really remember exactly, but in my memory, I think he actually wanted to die. He sought out the Sorrow to die. For what reason? I don't remember, but my character might, so let's see what happens. Over here, that's Zalfi, not Zephyr, but kind of same thing. Zalfi's red-rimmed eyes narrow as you approach. You've learned something of my subject. Why did he go willingly into his murderer's arms? Tell me, leave nothing out. He knows something, he thinks. I can see it on his face. Okay, so... Oh, his daughter was killed when their home collapsed. Okay, so that makes sense, yeah. Grief drove him to seek his own death. Why would I want to lie? He was in love with his murderer. That's not... that doesn't even make sense. He was just an ordinary man. That's stupid. Let's go with this one. The truth.
Remember that.
Grief! Zalfi shouts, lunging at his nearest sculpture. He was ruled by sorrow, and the creature killed him. Did he call to her? Was it anger? No. Resignation. Madness. Carving, scraping, shouting, and muttering, Zalfi has clearly forgotten you are here, except for one detail. His hand gropes clumsily in his pocket, retrieves a pouch, and thrusts it at you. And I gained a spirit shroud, which is an artifact. When damaged by energy, chemical, mental, or transdimensional damage, I think these are all the damage types in this game, but I might be wrong. Confers Spirit Shroud, which gives you plus 15% evasion for 1 round. So it's good, I suppose. I think my character would say this. I wouldn't mind a thank you. The lowering of the tortured brow. What? Zalfi glances over at the stone, over a stone shoulder at you. Oh, you're welcome. That's He just heard the thank you. He gets back to his work. When will you be done? Clouds of stone dust billow into the silent air. Zalfi doesn't appear to be ignoring you, but has instead forgotten that anyone occupies the same world as his sculpture. Good luck and farewell. And he's scraping. Good for you, man. Good for you. That's actually I like this. I like this character, this situation actually. I mean, for him to be looking at art like that, I think that's beautiful. Because he was looking at it from the Sorrow's perspective, and he didn't really find too much to work there. He kind of wanted to capture, in his art, he kind of wanted to capture the reason for the guy to actually seek out the Sorrow. And it turns out that it's a kind of a deep, sort of, it's not really deep, but it's an involved and relevant state of mind where the victim was just, devoured by sorrow, both literally and figuratively. So I think that's interesting, and I kind of I don't know what I would sculpt if I was in his place, but it's an interesting theme, I suppose. If you do art of any type, I like that. I like that, because usually the best art, it's not necessarily obvious and straightforward. You're not gonna sculpt you're not gonna spell it all out for the viewer. You're just gonna let your background story
Try to tame
for
your enthusiasm, will you? We're not playing a game.
A game? No. I wasn't playing anything.
You were laughing to yourself.
I was talking to he's not talking to me though.
Fun here.
Oh, Allegern. If an adventure isn't fun, it's no kind of adventure at all.
Oh, Allegern, I know his name now. And it was messing with Eritius. That's good. That's good right there. Okay, yeah, I thought he was talking to me for just like a shout or something. Like if I wasn't moving and he just said, this didn't happen to me before, but yeah, that would have been funny. Try to curb your enthusiasm, Colonel RPG, and stop talking about art. We're out of time for the day, so let's continue this adventure on the next one. For now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Torment, Tides of Numenera. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.